It's a train wreck. It's a train wreck. But maybe they can turn it around.
Hello, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I'm Angie, this is Tim, and we are highlighting Seeking Sister Wives Season 6, Episode 2. I'm trying to create Voltron here.
You did say that, didn't you?
Mm-hmm. Overall thoughts of the episode?
It was okay. The ending was a bit of a downer, though.
Yeah, we'll get to it with the Williamsons' relatives. I'll actually save them for last, so remind me again, because they're in a different order.
Okay.
On my notes. We'll just jump right into this. We have the Davis family, and they are comprised of Nick, April, and Jennifer Davis. They live in Aurora, Colorado. And we start off with April saying how long each of them have been together. So April and Nick have been common law married for 17 years, and her and Jennifer have been legally married since 2019. Although, if you recall from last season, in our recap, we covered the point where someone on Reddit said that they were able to look up the files or documentation that these two aren't actually legally married. The photo that they were showing was not actually a license, but a certificate to say that they can get married. So I don't know what's going on there.
Okay.
That's still up in the air, whether they're telling the truth, but should we go with it for now?
I mean, if they have a certificate, that's something they'd need to get married.
But then that person also said that they actually looked it up and that they aren't.
I don't know.
I don't know. So,
who knows?
Who knows? We'll leave that in the air for now. This is where we get the titular inspiration from.
Yes.
Nick brings up Voltron as a metaphor as to why this family structure works.
I guess it's just juvenile.
Why is it juvenile?
I don't know. Voltron, it's a cartoon that he had to have watched when he was a kid.
Mm-hmm. There
There has to have been a more adult way of phrasing it. It kind of works as a cool concept, but come on, man, Voltron?
What's wrong with Voltron?
Nothing's wrong with Voltron. Just these people are trying to make it look like they know what they're doing, and it kind of gives the vibes in the opposite direction.
Why, should he have brought up Power Rangers instead?
No, he could have talked about how it's the legs on a tripod. He's talking about limbs on an animal. Why does it have to be a robot animal? Why can't it just be a normal animal?
Because it's a cooler imagery.
Okay, fine. I agree, that's a cooler imagery, but he's trying to sell us on the fact that he's not kind of weird, but we know he's weird, but anyway.
Maybe he's just trying to emphasize how much of a nerd he is.
I guess. Anyway, Voltron.
This is when the producer asked them what happened to Dannielle, because clearly she's not in this interstitial, and that's when they reveal that they broke up amicably with her.
Okay.
And then this is where Nick repeats another space analogy, because he did that last season, to illustrate whether Dannielle was supposed to be one of their planets in their solar system, or just another object that had its own orbit, or trajectory.
Yeah, trajectory. We've actually met a polyamorous family that also used the planets analogy.
They did?
Yes,
I can't
they did.
remember.
Specifically, so that makes me think that might be something the polyamorous community uses often. The idea of these planets orbiting each other and other celestial objects just passing through.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
What did they specifically say about that?
Well, they were talking about how not every body orbits every other body, but they all orbit together, and that sometimes things come from outside of the solar system and pass through. That was almost exactly what they said.
But isn't it a sad realization when you realize the thing that you thought was a planet in tandem in your solar system was actually just a foreign object?
I think it's kind of sad, but also that's the way they frame it to make it feel like it's just a normal event that happens sometimes.
Okay. And so a new event that's in their lives is their new girlfriend, Teresa. I just want to say how similar she looks to Jennifer.
Yeah, I guess.
Long blonde hair. They have the same face shape.
I mean, kinda.
So we learn a little bit more about this new woman. She works in the HVAC business.
And she is an aspiring rapper.
I couldn't really hear very well. It was either robber or rapper. I'm like thinking, hopefully it's that other one.
Aspiring robber, they must suck. But rapper though, yeah, that's
yes, rapper.
Interesting.
We learn that she is an old platonic friend from even before Nick and April met Jennifer. So that would put her more in the Gen X age group.
Oh, I have no idea. But Dannielle was also platonic friends.
Was she?
I think she said something like that.
I don't think...
Didn't Reddit show that they had known her for 6 years?
That was Jasmine.
Wait, Jasmine? Oh, God. I can't remember any of their names. Anyway, yes, Jasmine then.
Yeah, Jasmine's the brunette. This is a woman, I guess, from when Nick and April were in their 20s.
Yeah.
They tell us how Teresa came to be their girlfriend. So after Dannielle broke up with them, Teresa made her intentions known to April and Jennifer that she was in love with Nick and thinks she would be a good fit for the family.
It's a real weird way of doing things. Yeah, I'm in love with your husband. Let me in. Let me in. I don't know. Weird.
Yeah, because this is when she says she starts to list everything she likes about Nick. Mm-hmm. She mentions his creamy body, his intelligence. Mm-hmm. She likes everything about him, yes, essentially. I know it seems a little bit off, but I found this to be a better match than Danielle for a number of reasons.
Yeah,
One,
probably.
Because Danielle was only 22 when they first met her, and this woman seems to know what she wants.
Yeah.
She'll later reveal she was in a polygamous relationship before.
Okay, yeah. Either that or she wants to be on the TV show.
Oh, that's bad. Aw, man. I was really hoping they wouldn't have another courtship that went nowhere again.
This is a pretty easy show to get on. All you have to do is say, hey, I want to be a polygamist, and then leave. Some people really want to get on TV.
Oh, boy. I don't like these clout seekers. That is the downside of watching these kinds of dating reality TV shows.
Why are you here, really?
I'll try to be optimistic for now. They keep filming, and we finally see William, April's 17-year-old son. I don't think he made an appearance last season.
Okay.
If you recall, when they were first introduced in season 4, April said that Nick has been in William's life since he was 6 months old. Mm-hmm. Nick is not the biological dad of William, but he's been just dad.
You know, he's a good stepdad.
We're introduced to Teresa's 15-year-old son, Damien, the boy with the curly hair. Vera seemed to know his name, so she must be acquainted with this potential brother already. Right now they're going to an alpaca petting zoo.
This feels like Sister Wives level.
Mm-hmm. Because, one, they're going to zoo, and you know for sure the animal handler is going to bring up polygamy between the animals. Because there are no boundaries in the animal kingdom, most times. So, of course, there's going to be polygamy crossover.
I know. They're going to say, wow, that's so weird. But you know, now that you think about it, animals do that. It's the same conversation every time. I can't tell whether or not it's because the zookeepers legitimately feel this way or they're feeling awkward and they just need to say something.
Yeah, they have to say something that relates to what the cameras are here for. It's called Seeking Sister Wife. I guess I have to be cooperative about this topic.
Most people probably just would think, okay, cool. Don't get your hands too close to their mouths.
Yes. Do alpacas spit?
I think that's llamas.
Okay. As they're driving there, Nick re-explains their financial situation. He is the stay-at-home dad, and April and Jennifer work. And he says that he encourages that independence so that they don't feel tied down to him if they wanted to leave. And I'm thinking to myself, well, I guess theoretically they would be tied down to each other. That's the ball and chain because they have to legally marry each other. Even though, again, I don't know if that is real or not, if they actually have to do that.
But they're tied to each other as much as any married couple is.
So in that sense, Nick can be the one that can just leave.
He doesn't have any money. He's the one who can't leave.
Yeah?
Yeah. You know, it's the opposite of again, the Browns, sister wives, that whole situation where...
The family pot was what tied all the wives down to Cody.
Exactly. So Christine couldn't leave until she had enough money to leave. And
Same with Janelle.
what Nick's saying here, I'm of two minds about. Because he is right. That is one of the reasons why women get trapped in these polygamous marriages, is because of the fact that they are trapped financially. But on the other end, I'm thinking, does he actually believe that? Or is this just a sweet deal for him? That's cynical to think. But we're all wondering it. Maybe that's how it is.
Because they're going to reveal that Jennifer's pregnant again. I don't know how many more children they want or how many more wives they want to have more children with. If they're going to keep having more children, it's okay to have one of the wives also not work outside the home. She can be a stay-at-home parent like Nick.
I guess.
Does he demand that all of them work?
I guess that's possible, but they certainly haven't said anything like that.
Okay. All right. Then they bring us up to speed on the boom boom room. Basically, no one has sex in their shared bedroom with a giant bed. And this is where Nick tells us that Teresa and him have already done it in there, the boom boom room. Then Teresa talks about her apprehensions and that she is worried about being jealous of April because she and Nick have known each other since college. Someone mentioned that they knew each other in college on Reddit.
Okay.
She's jealous of Jennifer because she's at an age where she is able to give Nick biological children. And so she's wondering, or what will be her role. Understandable.
That makes sense.
And she does say that that's something that she needs to work through, because if she lets all that go, then she has nothing to fear. It's
nothing that Nick is doing at that point, because Nick is free access, you know? If you compare Nick to Cody Brown doesn't have a job, but he's also never available. Whereas Nick doesn't have a job, but he is entirely available, to the point where when the wives are like, I need the boom boom room now, get in here, I don't think he has much of a choice.
No, and he enjoys it with all the wives.
I think he enjoys being on call all the time. And so the jealousy really isn't a Cody Brown type situation where Cody literally is not there. So it is just something that she has to kind of come to terms with. If that's what she wants, she's not going to be able to be in a polygamous relationship and not have jealousy. This is kind of the best case scenario. I mean, the Davises, as weird as they are still...
From what we've seen, because again, I don't know what's truth and what's not based on other accounts, they are the ones with the least red flags.
Yeah, and the biggest green flag is the fact that there are already 2 wives and they seem happy about that. So clearly, Nick's doing something right. We don't know what that something is exactly, but he's doing something right.
Yes. Okay, let's move on to the second family. I'm going to leave the Williamsons for last.
Okay.
Because they're stressing me out right now.
Okay.
I'm going to move on to the Johnson family. Right now, it consists of just the monogamous couple, Matt and Angelica. They live in Providence, Rhode Island. Matt and Angelica have lived together for 14 years and married for 5. I don't know how old they are, but right off the bat, Angelica looks really young.
In the preview, we thought that she might be the daughter.
Yeah.
So, yes.
I know some women have natural baby face, but it gets more noticeable when the girlfriend and her are in the same picture. Matt and Angelica have 2 kids, and their names are Harmony and Legend. Harmony is fine. I know a girl named Harmony. Legend is, you want to be special, man.
Either that, or they really, really, really liked the Will Smith film, I Am Legend.
Oh, yes. The one with the zombies.
Yes.
They tell us how they met. Angelica was a cashier in a grocery store, and Matt was flirting with her. She reached out to him a couple months later because she wanted some meat. And I thought, that's a weird way to tell your budding love story.
They're on a TV show about trying to find a sister wife. I don't think these people have shame. So, good for them.
Angelica was horny. End of story.
Go get it, girl.
Angelica explains that polygamy was her idea because, quote, it's exhausting being someone's everything.
Okay.
I thought that was strange. Why wouldn't you want to be someone's everything? That's the best feeling in the world.
I think she feels some sort of...
Pressure?
Yeah, it feels like she wants someone to take the load off. I don't know. I don't think a person necessarily has to be insane to want polygamy. I think you have to have an interesting cocktail of emotions for this to be the thing that makes sense for them.
I can't relate. I like having you think I'm the best thing ever.
I don't think it's that she doesn't like being his everything. I think it's that she feels she has to be everything.
Oh, really?
Yes,
Okay.
and she feels like this is going to reduce the load on her. I mean, that's a charitable read.
We still don't know. We do find out that she does have her own insecurities. Like you said, it's a special cocktail of these sorts of things that make someone want to pursue polygamy.
Yeah, you have to have a kind of confidence that you can make it work and that you're not going to get jealous of somebody else. But also sometimes there's a little bit of an insecurity because you feel you're not good enough at the same time.
And right now, she is afraid that she can't find true friends. She is a self-proclaimed loner.
It's interesting because these are contradictory feelings, and usually you'd think that they would conflict, but somehow they work.
She tells us in her childhood she was stifled a lot in terms of what she can be vulnerable with certain people, what she can share. I guess she thinks a sister wife is an exception to this rule.
I think that she feels she could be really emotionally close to another woman, and also they would have sex with the same man, but they'd be sisters. She wants a sister relationship.
I think you're idealizing what a sister relationship is.
Well, we both have sisters, and not that great. But I guess sometimes people will romanticize these kind of relationships. They think that having a sister is just having the closest confidant.
Because there is a sister in this episode, the Aunt Chastity. I don't know if that's Matt or Angelica's sister. Obviously, they're not going to want to be polygamous with her.
But some polygamists do. Remember on
I don't
the
know.
My Five Wives? Weren't two of them sisters?
I think all of them are cousins. I know the Dargers are sisters and cousin.
Yeah.
So
I mean, again, it's a tangled knot.
ugh. They go back into the benefits of this sister-like relationship. Matt assures the audience this isn't about sex. He just wants Angelica to have a friend with her when he's not around.
She's the one who suggested it.
And this is where Angelica explains they don't have any hard and fast rules in terms of how Matt should date women. And she has given him permission to be on any dating app he wants and schedule his own outings.
That's probably going to change after he meets a woman that she doesn't like.
For now, she likes Shanae, but this is my prediction. I don't think Shanae is going to be with them in the long term. We'll get into it. They discuss their new girlfriend. Matt met her on social media.
Well, they've had her as a girlfriend for 3 years.
Yes, they've been together for quite a long time. She is described by Matt as someone who is beautiful, smart, caring, funny, with the most amazing set of lips. Those lips are brought up again when they discuss chapstick. Angelica says they haven't had a commitment ceremony yet because they live pretty far from her, which is 1.5 hours. Then Angelica and Shanae go on what seems to be, at first, a one-on-one date. Matt joins them later. We learn more about Shanae. She works in finance and has a young daughter from a previous relationship. Was it Shanae or Angelica that said that they're polar opposites?
No, I have no idea. The only thing I remember of their entire conversation is when they toasted to communal cock.
I'm not sure what was bleeped out, but that seems to be what that was.
Well, I mean, it's communal and then something that should be bleeped out. That's all you need to know. It could be anything.
So moving on, Shanae says she wants to take the next step forward and bridge the distance. And she's putting the onus on Matt to change the trajectory of how this relationship has been running, or else she'll break things off.
Yes.
Cue Matt.
Perfectly timed.
Yes. He sits at the table with them. She basically says she wants to move things forward and she wants Matt to take the lead. And then Matt says, wait, you want me to start taking the lead now? Because I'm not available to stay the night with you right now because I have other priorities. And then that's when he mentions his 2 children with Angelica because Angelica needs help preparing them, I guess, for school because she also has to work early in the morning. I thought that was interesting. Very much the opposite of Cody Brown, where Cody would go on his bang trips 5 hours away with Robin and essentially replace his OG kids with Robin's kids. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to say which one is good, which one is bad, because there's a fine line of when do you incorporate a potential wife and her children to be integrated into your family. When do you start treating them as a wife and these are your children?
You mentioned that there were red flags earlier. I think that's one of the things. They've been with this woman for 3 years. They need to solve this. And also, I just want to point out that this is something they probably have discussed before the TV show. So there's no way that they're going to have this pivotal conversation on
camera.
Yeah, on the camera. They've known about this problem. There's no easy solution for this issue either.
Because you were saying that based on quantity, there are 2 children that need Matt at home. So even with Shanae's 1 daughter, 2 would still trump 1 in terms of who should he spend time with, who should he help out more. Because
Shanae is taking care of her 1 kid by herself every day. You'd have to make it work. You would have to get the kids to be watched. You'd have to move closer together. That's the most obvious
logical solution. Or get Angelica to... Because again, I don't know if the aunt... Maybe get some help with that so that you can have time to stay the night.
But if they've known this lady for 3 years, they've had this conversation before. And if they haven't solved it over 3 years...
They might just be procrastinating it.
Yeah, probably.
That's the feeling I get from Matt. He seems to not be in a rush to do things.
Is it he gets to have his cake and eat it too kind of situation?
He only sees her once in a while.
Yeah, he doesn't really get anything out of going over there and staying the night, so why would he? Which, not great.
Not great. All right, moving on, the Merrifields.
We've seen this song and dance before.
We start off where we left off. They arrive to the Buena Vista house, and they tell us Lorena has already met the entire family on video call. I don't know, I was thinking to myself, if I were one of Danielle's sons or one of Danielle's parents, I'd be so worn out seeing so many of these Brazilian women. Every time they went to Mexico, they'd bring Danielle's parents. Every time they went to Cancun, they bring the sons, and I'd be so over it. My hopes are up, thinking this is a very real potential new mom, and it always falls flat.
I don't think any of them are expecting anything at this point.
Yeah, the bar's on the floor.
Yeah.
Lorena carries the Merrifields' daughter and comments how tall the sons are. There is a short talking head where Solomon and Jeremiah, the Merrifield sons, are discussing whether they will follow in their dad's footsteps. Jeremiah, the older of the 2, seems to throw his younger brother under the bus, saying, "Oh, you say on camera that you're not going to be polygamous, but I know how many girls you text on your phone."
These 2 kids, you can feel how much they are over it.
More footage of the house. They re-show the sister room.
Oh my god. Danielle has a sister, right? Like a biological sister?
She has a biological brother.
Oh, okay. I keep thinking the other woman is Garrick's sister.
The other woman is just the wife of the brother.
Again, I get this feeling that Dannielle wants to be infantilized, and that's part of being in the sister room. Almost like
she wants to be a child again.
Almost like a kid, especially how they decorated the sister room.
Yeah, it definitely looked like matching covers. But now that you mention it, that is a possibility. She might be doing the same thing as Angelica, where she is trying to idealize the sister relationship.
Also, the way that she wants Garrick to have his own
room so that he can feel like the king.
I don't know. It's got daddy vibes to it.
You can tell the Merrifields have watched a little bit of Sister Wives because they do say that the way it's usually thought of, where the man goes into the wife's room when it's her night, is wrong. That's the wrong way for it to be. The man needs to be comfortable. He needs to feel like the king of his castle.
Oh my god. Just when I think that Garrick says something that makes me want to hurl, Danielle will open her mouth and say something that makes me want to hurl. Oh my god, these two. They deserve each other.
We'll see Garrick feeling more like a king, where he's wearing that Burger King crown on Danielle's birthday party.
I know. I was like, what on earth is that?
We go more into some background about Lorena. She grew up in poverty, so she was very impressed by the big Colorado house.
Almost like that's why she was chosen. So that no matter what Garrick does, she will feel like...
impressed.
Yeah.
And amazed. We'll see how that goes. Like we said before, it's Danielle's birthday, and everyone is getting ready for the party.
I asked myself...
was this intentional?
This can't be a coincidence. This is the beginning of Danielle's passive aggressiveness. Oh, look, we're welcoming you into the family. Oh, look at this. Oh, it's such a big day for you. But it's my day.
She does mention that Lorena doesn't even have time to unpack or get settled because they have to do this.
It's a bit of a power move.
Or maybe they genuinely had to have the both events at the same time, which I will say, birthday events are much easier to move around than airport pickup events.
Yeah, they could have waited a week. Nobody would have been, this party is so much worse because it's not on the actual day.
Yeah. We said that about Sister Wives when Christine was saying she doesn't care what day her birthday is celebrated on.
Adults don't care.
And Cody kept complaining that she did care.
Anyway, whatever.
Yeah. So Sam and Samantha, Danielle's brother and wife, are visiting once again. This is the guy that we dubbed Timu Pedro Pascal.
I forgot about that.
Garrick appreciates Sam's loyalty because he says that everyone else in his family has disowned him.
It's funny the way that nothing can maintain a person's loyalty than complete control of their finances.
Financial situation. Because Sam is a business partner with Garrick. It would benefit him to not anger or upset his boss.
Yes.
Sam and Samantha's first impression of Lorena is, again, through Google Translator. And I imagine that they're thinking, this is deja vu.
I know. They're like, I know. I remember this part of the song.
And after some festivities, Garrick talks with Sam again, and they bring up the same issue Garrick had with Natalia, and that Lorena won't be able to work for 3 to 6 months.
I don't think she will even be working in that time either, because she barely speaks any English.
Yeah, now that I think about it, I thought it was weird that Garrick would be concerned about Lorena trying to get work because, well, obviously you don't remember because you didn't watch this season. When Garrick was dating Leah, the black woman in between Roberta and Natalia.
How do you keep these all straight?
She was working as a nurse or in the hospital industry.
Mm-hmm.
I think Garrick said that he wanted her to quit her job so that she can just be in the house.
Just sexually available at all times?
I don't know. And so now he's concerned with Lorena and before Natalia working. So I don't know what caused this switch that now he wants his wives to work.
I don't know. But the important part is Sam says, yeah, but did you sign that prenup yet?
Oh, yes. They talk about the prenup because he brought that up again with Natalia. And that makes sense that he'd bring it up because, one, he's a business partner with Garrick.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't say it this episode, but he said it last season where if you don't sign a prenup and this woman takes half of your estate, then my sister is screwed.
That's not good.
And Dannielle agrees with Sam saying, yeah, if Garrick legally married Roberta, she would be in hot water by now.
Yeah, she would have the custody of the children, not Dannielle. It would have been bad.
Wait, Roberta would?
Remember, they talked about it in this episode where they said that Dannielle doesn't have custody of the 2 boys. It would have gone to the...
To Garrick?
No, okay. Dannielle doesn't currently have any legal custody of the 2 boys.
But they're still biologically hers.
Yeah,
they're
I
under
know.
18.
Yeah,
that's child support.
I thought that's what she said in the thing. And so that was one of the things that Dannielle said she was worried about, the idea of Roberta.
Did she say that?
I thought she did.
I don't think a step-parent has any claim
I have no idea.
to someone else's kids.
Maybe I made it up.
Okay. Anyways, Now we'll save the most uncomfortable one for last. The Williamson family. Not because of Reise and Billy Jean, but because of their relatives. So we're back in New Ross, Indiana. And Reise and Billy Jean are going to break the news to Reise's dad and 2 cousins of their intentions to court a sister wife, or at least pretend they're breaking the news.
They probably already knew, otherwise they would have been, who are these people with the cameras?
Because I thought that too until Christina, the more vocal cousin, was laughing really exuberantly when he said the revelation. So, I don't know. So, anyways, Reise is worried he'll be disowned. That's a thing. Garrick was disowned, as he said before.
Yeah, it did strike me as strange that you're going to announce that you're going to start looking, but you haven't found anything yet. You'd think that you would announce it after you found something.
Yeah, that way the damage is already done. Now you just have to accept it.
Yeah, it'd be like gathering all your friends to tell them that you intend to buy a boat. Wait till you buy the boat, then tell everybody.
That way, it's already done.
It's more exciting.
If you say that you're not condoning this at all, then you're the one who looks like a jerk.
Yeah.
Because you can't change anything now. The mother of Reise is supportive. They eat pizza and they break the news in the kitchen in front of the cameras. As we said before, Christina breaks into laughter. After she's settled down, Reise reiterates that Billie Jean will be the only one he's legally married to. He mentions that she will be the queen.
Yeah,
I'm not
Billie
sure
Jean.
what that meant, because that would mean...
hierarchy.
Yes, that was a red flag for me.
Yeah, not a good look.
They keep on talking.
The most unpleasant part of the episode comes up.
Where Christina is very vocal that the Bible is the one and only truth, and that's why they shouldn't pursue polygamy, even though, as mentioned by the Merrifields and the Ryans from season 5, there is polygamy in the Bible.
Okay, when I was younger, you might not know this, but I read the entire Bible front to back. From
yes.
Let There Be Light to Book of Revelation. And this woman here comes across as a person who's never read any of it, because she's wrong literally about everything.
What is one of the aspects?
Okay, one, she says that the Bible teaches that there's one man and one wife.
Man, one woman.
One woman. It doesn't say that anywhere. In fact, there are more examples of polygamy in the Bible than any sort of refutation of polygamy in the Bible.
Post-editing Angie and Tim here, I actually listened to the recap and had this question for Tim. I know there are some verses in the Bible that seem as if they promote monogamy, such as Genesis 2:24, that could also be interpreted to mean a man holds fast to his one wife. So why do you think that that's not an example of the Bible commanding monogamy?
From the context, I think that it's more clearly defined as you're not supposed to be with anyone but your wife. That's more just about having a wife in general. It doesn't preclude having multiple wives. In this particular instance, it's supposed to be God explaining to Adam that he's supposed to have sex with Eve, thus becoming one flesh. The Bible is full of lots of colorful euphemisms, and this is an example of one of those. Also, the thing about the Bible is it was hodgepodge cobbled together from different periods of time, and so it's unclear when any specific part of it is written. But in this instance, no, I'm not going to say that that is an example of monogamy. It's just an example of what marriage means.
Okay, thank you for clarifying.
I will say, put a disclaimer, even when someone brings up polygamy as an example in the Bible as to why this is okay to practice in modern times, that is when I will say, yes, but have you seen how those arrangements turned out? Joseph, the coat of many colors.
When somebody says that they read the Bible and it told them to do polygamy, you need to ask, well, did you read the rest of the Bible? Because it usually doesn't work out that well.
The argument of we should do it because polygamy is in the Bible and don't do it because it's not in the Bible are both poor conclusions to come to.
Yeah, let's just say they get up to a lot of stuff in the Bible. Just because it's in there doesn't mean you should do it. But really, the thing that was so irritating about this woman was
is that she projects her discomfort by scapegoating their children, by saying they shouldn't have two moms because someone's going to make fun of them at school.
Or it'll confuse the children, which is the one scene from The Simpsons. Won't anyone please think of the children? This has nothing to do with children, really. She says that the kids are going to be confused and that the kids are going to be made fun of. She really only is thinking about how she is confused, and she feels that she is going to be
ridiculed, possibly by other people in their hometown.
She says that she doesn't condone it. Yeah, it doesn't matter what she says. Who cares?
Yeah. She does seem to be very prejudiced. It's very apparent she's homophobic because she gets really upset when she hears that the sister wife could be a potential lesbian wife to Billy Jean.
Yes. Again, who cares? Why do you care so much?
The only valid point the cousin does bring up is when Reese and Billy Jean talk about needing an extra set of hands.
Oh, I thought the cousin was mocking that, where she said, oh, well, Billy Jean says it's just for an extra set of hands. It's not valid.
A valid point as to why they shouldn't pursue it. She brings up a valid point.
Because extra set of hands isn't a valid argument.
Yeah, it's not a valid argument because this is my same complaint in Sister Wives is why bring in Robin and then bring up the polygamy perk that there's more help with the children because the money it takes to take care of a fourth family is so much more than bringing in a nanny. Mm-hmm. And this is, of course, when Billy Jean says they don't want someone to work for their family. They just want more children.
They want to grow their family or something?
Good to make that distinction clear because Billie Jean has not really expressed
what she wants.
The relationship of a sister wife. She's really emphasizing the fact that she just wants more kids. She'll probably go into that later in the season, but for now, it does seem as if it's more important to have that extra set of hands.
Oh, to do what at this point?
I guess take care of their farm. They have a lot of animals.
I guess that might be part of it. Again, they're not really clear about why of it. They probably have their reasons, but they certainly haven't told us them. Mm-hmm.
That's the end of the episode.
How would you rate this episode?
Before the cousin started flapping her mouth, it was a solid 5.5, but that took it down to a 4.
4 out of 10. I concur.
That's the end of the episode. If you weren't here last week, I am almost 35 weeks pregnant, so I only have maybe one more highlight video left in me before I'm too tired to do anything. Thanks for sticking around, and we see you next week. Bye!
Bye.
Okay.